welcome to a new lesson. I am Niharika and today we are going to look at phrasal verbs, but this time with the verb to turn. Now let's quickly revise what are phrasal verbs. Well, when we add an adverb or a preposition to a verb, there we get our phrasal verbs. So let's have a look at some phrasal verbs here with the word turn. So the first one that I have for you is to turn on. As I always say that most of the phrasal verbs have different meanings, okay? Couple of meanings in fact. So the phrasal verb turn on also has two meanings. Well, the first one is to turn on means to switch on something. So it could be your TV, it could be your lights, it could be your washing machine or your microwave. So it means to switch on something. So when you have to use this phrasal verb, then you can say, well, could you please turn on the lights for me? Or could you please turn on the microwave for me? Okay, so this is how you would use it. Now the second meaning is to excite or to interest someone. Okay, or you get excited or pretty interested in something. It's like a big turn on for you. For example, you spray a nice perfume and it smells amazing and you say, wow, this perfume is a big turn on for me. So you are pretty keen or you are pretty excited to smell the perfume, okay? So it has two meanings. The first one is to switch on something, and the second meaning is to excite or interest. All right? Now the second phrasal verb that we have for you is to turn off. Now, turn off can be the opposite of turn on, which means to switch off something. So you can switch off your lights, you can switch off your microwave, your TV, or your washing machine. So if you have to use this, you will say, could you please turn off the TV for me? Could you please turn off the radio for me? Okay, so this is the way you would use this. Now again, it has another meaning to it. And what can that be? Well, turn off also means when you are disinterested or you find something which is very dull or boring. For example, his jokes are a big turn off for me. So probably you do not like his jokes. You get really bored, you find them dull. So you can say his jokes are a big turn off for me. Okay? Or his dress sense is a big turn off for me. Right? So probably you do not like the way this person dresses up. All right? The other one that I have for you is to turn against. Now, when you stop liking something or supporting something and you start opposing that person or that thing, this means that you have turned against that person or that thing. Okay? So when you stop liking or you stop supporting or agreeing and you start opposing, it means that you have turned against. So to stop liking someone or something. For example, the crowd turned against that politician because of the past event. So probably this politician played some game, did something really wrong, and now his supporters have turned against him. Okay, so this is what this phrasal verb means. The other one that I have for you is to turn around. Now, what does this phrasal verb mean? Well, again, it has two meanings. The first one is to turn around means to abruptly turn, okay? When you know, for example, your teacher says, come on everybody, turn around. So it's an abrupt turn, okay? So you look on the other side, right? That is to turn around, to turn abruptly. And the second meaning to this is to change dramatically. So you go from bad to good, okay? For example, the company's sales have turned around tremendously. So probably the company's sales were really bad. They were not doing good. But now it has suddenly changed dramatically, okay? It has gone from bad to good. So which means it has turned around, okay? So two meanings: to turn abruptly, and the second meaning is to go or change dramatically. All right, now let's have a look at another one. To turn back. Now to turn back also has two meanings. The first one is to turn back means to change your plans, okay? So for example, there is no turning back after we have invested so much of money on this project. So this means that you can't really change your plans, right? So turn back means either to change your plans, okay? Okay? Or it also means, you know, at times you tend to ignore some people or you try to abandon someone. This also means that you are turning your back on them. Most of our teenagers do not listen to their parents. You know, they tend to ignore whatever they are trying to say. So this means that they are turning their back on their parents, okay? Which means that they are ignoring to what they are saying. So the first meaning is when you change plans. For example, you are going to a shopping mall and you see a lot of traffic ahead, and probably you really don't want to get stuck in that traffic. So you change your plans and you turn back. Oh, come on, let's turn back. There's a lot of traffic there. Okay? And the second meaning is to ignore. Like the parents usually say, do not turn your back on me, okay? Which means do not ignore to the things that I am saying to you, right? And then the last phrasal verb that I have for you is to turn down. Now, what does that mean? Now again, even turn down has two meanings to it. The first one is to refuse or to say no to someone or to something. So let's understand this better. Now, for example, you can turn down a job offer, you can turn down a business proposal, or you can also turn down someone's invite. So somebody is invited to you, but you are so busy that you turn down his invite. Or probably someone has offered you a nice job, but you are not really happy with the pay, okay, what they're offering. So you turn down the job offer. So this means that you refuse to the job offer. For example, let's look up a sentence. Jack asked me for a movie, but he is such a turn-off, and that's why I turned down his invite. Okay, which means he asked me for a movie, but apparently he's very boring. He is such a turn-off, and that's the reason I had to refuse, which means I turned down his invite. Okay? And the second meaning, to turn down, means to reduce or to decrease something. So it can be either your temperature or to turn down the lights, okay, with the help of the dimmer. And also you can turn down the volume, okay, volume of a radio or of a TV or of your music system. So it means to decrease or to reduce. something. So for example, maybe your sister is sitting in the other room watching TV and the TV is really loud and you're not able to study, so you would go and say, could you please turn down the TV's volume? Okay, which means could you please decrease or reduce the volume? Or probably you are grilling chicken and now you see it's pretty much grilled, it's nicely roasted. So you would say, oh, could you please turn down the temperature of the griller? Okay, so this is the way you would use this phrasal verb. So hope you have learned lots of phrasal verbs starting with the verb turn today. So to understand it better and to see how much you have learned, please go ahead and take a test and let me know how much did you score. I'll be back with a new lesson for you. Till then, you take care.